Okay, hello. Yes, live again, twice in one weekend. God damn it. But it's monkey time. Yes, it is now. Possibly, probably should be the conclusionary episode of the Tales of Monkey Island series. I am looking very LeChuckish. It is me, Stu, joining me across the internet. That uh, screenshot of Murray. It's Ken.
Ah,
That's a syllable.
the, f- the ferryman, the ferryman who
Ah.
said, "Hi, am I really dead? Ah, okay.
Just don't get my boat dirty. So,
Yeah, we're kind of midstream for episode 5, so it should be feasible to get her done. Otherwise, there will be very little to do in a follow-up episode. So,
yeah.
rock and rolls do it. The Guybrush is dead, still dead, but and Elaine is zombie Elaine, and not Plunder Bunny currently. But
Yeah,
we jumped through a portal. We met Mr. Winslow, and the crossroads has changed to it because you effed up again. Like you opened the crossroads.
Yeah,
That was
I
no good.
remember now.
And if you don't remember, here's your little recap.
Yeah, we've got a chunk of text right here. Guybrush jumped through the portal to confront LeChuck, only to find that he's still a ghost and that he can't actually touch anything in the physical realm. And worst of all, Elaine has willingly become LeChuck's demon bride. Morgan convinces Guybrush that it's time to get his body back and kick LeChuck's butt.
Yeah, we won't get any chapter screen in this one. Like chapter 5, Guybrush kicks butt, version 5.0, because the chapter screen is Rise of the Pirate God. But yes, that it hits on a theme from the prior games. The last chapter, Guybrush kicks butt normally, but we're in a different kind of chapter style here.
Yeah.
But that's good. That is actually good attention to detail. Out of all like cheeky, immature things, keeping the vocabulary going, the Monkey Island glossary going. But yeah, this is you have some few more things to just sort of look at on this screen. We've just talked to Winslow. That's Jack, the monkey.
Mr. Winslow?
Yes, sir.
I think you exhausted the.
Did I do it all last time?
I think maybe not why is there a monkey on your raft. You might not have asked that. We just
Why is
caught
there a
up with
monkey
each
on your
other.
raft?
The story
Actually,
threads.
the raft belongs to the monkey, sir. LeChuck tried to convince your wife that right here was this creature's natural habitat. Between you and me, sir, I dare say that LeChuck wasn't trying to help these poor monkeys at all.
Think.
Okay.
So yeah, there is some things to do here. There's gonna be some backtracking here, but the
all for now,
crossroads
Mr.
is not
Winslow.
big.
Very
You're
good,
gonna
sir.
jump through different rips or portals. This is one. So don't worry about the backtracking in terms of like you gotta
What's
walk
this
5
stuff?
minutes to get to the
Those
next
are the
one, 5
pieces
minutes
I
to get
need
to the next
play
one.
a
And so forth.
game I'm inventing called Rock, Paper, Fountain Pen.
Hello, little monkey.
I wouldn't, sir. He's still a bit frustrated that we can't agree on the props we need for our new game. Rock, paper, and I say fountain pen. He disagrees and gets rather bitey about it.
So yeah, I don't. I would recommend navigating the rest of the crossroads to see how it looks now with
Yeah.
portals and stuff. Because I believe there are 3 in total, but therefore not in all locations. But you just run along with Guybrush. You've already spoken to Caleb, so no need to do that. And you have the boat to yourself.
I like that music.
Yeah, it's they have Michael Land and Jared Emerson Johnson kind of working in tandem. Mainly Michael Land, the OG composer of the game. In the middle of the crossroads is the first portal you opened up
Oh,
to,
yeah, we're here just
to
now.
Guybrush LeChuck's ship. You can't do anything about that just now. So you just go to either of the 3 remaining places. I would recommend a sword fight, yeah.
Oh. Thought the decking was collapsing at his feet.
Fool Treepwood, what have you done?
Ah! Talking crabs!
Why
Voodoo
did you
lady.
open the crossroads? With the barriers shattered,
Yes.
LeChuck is now beyond all control, plundering voodoo energy directly from the spirit realm. Thanks to you, reality itself could
She is
unravel like a
the
cheap
best.
rug.
Me? What about
Okay,
you,
told me I
Miss
could.
all-knowing, all-seeing voodoo puppet mistressy person? Why didn't you warn me that LeChuck had nefarious plans for La Esponja Grande?
I'm afraid LeChuck made fools of us all this time, Guybrush. But hope is not yet lost.
Well, he didn't fool me. In fact, I'm already working on a plan to possess my body, so they can't zap me with root beer again when I go back.
Yes, the voodoo root beer only affects spiritual manifestations in the physical realm. If you can manage to repossess your
That's a
body,
little ding
you may
if
yet
you can
be
manage
able
to
use
repossess your
LeChuck's
body.
weapon against him.
And you said one thing last time. Zombie Guybrush. And you were onto something there. We are gonna find our body again.
You mean
But
the
in what
cutlets of the
states to
flu?
it?
You must figure that out for yourself. Go now, find your body. Find a way for your spirit to possess it. But remember, rebinding a soul to a body is not as simple as taking yourself over. You're rebelling against the natural state of things, and the universe will push back. Once you have possessed your body, you'll have to find a more permanent way to bind it to your soul. I recommend Mix and Mojo brand Spirit Gum. It can create a powerful spiritual bond that will bring your restless spirit and body
Sounds like
together.
something you get out of a vending machine.
It's also delicious. It comes in lemon, cherry, and mutton flavors.
Jesus.
I always have some with me.
Can you give me some of that spirit gum?
I cannot risk coming out of hiding to aid you, Guybrush. But I was chewing some when I was imprisoned back on Flotsam. I may have
He was in
left some
prison.
back in the jail
That must mean
cell.
to it. Where is the gum?
Remember, Spirit gum contains some ingredients from the spirit realm, so it retains some ghostly properties. Be careful with it. I must go now, Guybrush. It is too dangerous for me to let my true whereabouts be known.
Ugh. I hope this is just a phase she's going through.
Okay. So, spirit gum.
One thing I'm not sure we've done yet. Can you check your inventory for me really quick? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure we had bought the picture from Caleb, but we have. We did that earlier on.
Okay.
So, because we gonna need it. So, yeah, I'm not even sure Morgan is up there. So only check the rip on the first floor thing there to see where you will end up. All roads lead to Flotsam, though. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
Or Flotsam adjacent. Obviously,
Whoa.
Mr. Winslow
This whole
was at sea.
jumping between realms thing is gonna take some getting used to.
Hey, you! Pipe down! We're in the middle of a pirate wake here.
A what? Oh, yep, that's
Okay,
me.
that sounded like something else.
This is a pretty disappointing
Ah!
wake.
Yeah, well,
Wait.
LeChuck's killing spree may have hindered
That
the
my
turnout
body?
a
Rowan,
bit.
yeah,
Why
that's
am I
you.
posed like
I
that?
propped you up.
It's zany.
For your wake.
Customers love it.
Hurrah!
What?
Jesus
That's exactly the way I
Christ.
remember you.
Guybrush's corpse.
Yep, that's my body, all right. What is it doing here?
This is your wake.
Well, macabre,
We were
doesn't
going
it?
to erect a statue in your honor after the pox was cured, but that caused LeChuck to return to pillaging and plundering, and people were calling to burn your body in effigy instead. In the end, we settled somewhere in the middle and decided you'd become our new dartboard.
Thanks, guys. Remember, you can't pick up anything, so
At
you
least someone
have to
thought to get a
interact
nice
with.
wreath for my wake.
What, that? Ah, it was brought in as kindling when we decided to burn your body.
But people have died. Apparently, the newspaper man Nipperkin
Guybrush
has died at
Threepwood.
one point, so that's his
Mighty.
wreath.
Guybrush Threepwood. Mighty.
Remember, you are not able to leave this room. So,
Okay.
Yo,
so
Bug-Eye.
it's
What do you want, Pipsqueak?
limited to that, but you can be seen.
So, how did you get out of the manatee and end up on Flotsam?
I don't want to talk about it.
I bet I can guess. You took the gross out subway again, didn't you?
Wrong. Now buzz off.
Hi there.
Captain Threepwood, as I live and breathe.
Don't rub it in.
At least they're not. They know LeChuck isn't undead, so they're not spooked by your appearance. Like, hey.
Yeah. Well,
So
there's
they're,
nothing.
I'm a
they're jaded
scary
in that
ghost.
regard.
Oh,
Just pick whatever here. It's gonna play into one simple puzzle later on, so just pick whatever here.
Yeah, quit that. You aren't scary. You just screwed up my concentration.
Root beer. Yikes. I better not stand under that. I don't want it splashing down on me.
okay, that's handy to know.
So that will happen if you show that face to the barkeep. So keep that in mind.
Hmm. Be anything else that I quizzed them or?
I don't remember fully, but these games are about exhausting what to do. And I think you might be able to try and walk up the stairs, or the game will simply block it for you, because it seems like you can walk past the portal, right? So if you try, you will.
Oh, I can't make the doorknob turn.
Okay.
Indeed,
Stupid
there,
ghostly
you
limitations.
can't turn the knobs, and you can't walk through a door either.
Yeah.
Hey, WP.
Hold on a tick. I've almost got my stroke back.
Please stop
But
throwing
yeah, I
darts
think
at me.
we're going
What
to
do
come
you
back
care?
here, so
You're
there's not
dead.
much
But I
else
need my
to
body.
do here.
I'm
I
not
think
done with
we're going to start
Sorry.
solving stuff
Just be grateful
when
that
we
I'm not a
return to
very
Mr.
good
Winslow,
shot.
I believe. So we're just sort of navigating here and talking to people.
Okay.
Bet things have been pretty quiet in the old courthouse since I heroically gave my life to cure the pox of LeChuck.
It's true. Without that LeChuck and Pox voodoo poison coursing through our veins, Flotsam citizens have returned to their usual roguish yet not entirely evil ways.
LeChuckenbox? Great name. Why didn't I think of that?
But with LeChuck on the loose, the crime rate is going through the roof. He did things to poor old Crimp Digit that we don't even have names for yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a massacre going on here,
Oh yeah.
in and outside of Flotsam. So
Why is LeChuck committing undefined acts of evil on the citizens of Flotsam?
He thinks we're hiding that voodoo lady, Chippy, and he won't take no ouch stop stabbing me for an answer.
So, ever seen a ghost before?
Have I ever? I'm a judge, laddie. My every waking hour is haunted by the harrowing curses of the despicable reprobates I've sent to the gallows. To be frank, your cheery spirit is something of a welcome respite.
No.
Yeah, I'm much more of an existential crisis ghost than a mind-numbing horror spirit. All that wailing really does a number on your throat. Give me a drink, Grind Stump.
I'm afraid your bar privileges expired when you did, Threepwood. In your next life, try to settle your debts before you get killed.
it would just pour through him anyway.
Mhm.
Maybe through his. They don't do it graphically.
Are you hiding the voodoo lady?
He
Absolutely
doesn't have a
not.
hole in his stomach
That witch is
where he
nothing
was
but
stabbed by
trouble
the
with a
cutlass, but
capital T.
Oh, yeah.
that would have been a
rhymes with
gag
V, and that
to
stands for
see a
voodoo.
ghost drink, and it's pouring out of a hole or several holes.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, there's a couple of things to solve here eventually.
Yo, Bug-Eye!
Again, you can't pick up any items here, so that
Hey, whatever
sort
happened to
of
that locket to Kava had?
means
Probably at
that
the
you
bottom
don't
of
need to
the
go
ocean
around
with
every
the rest
table
of
trying to pick up
Well, it's at the
candles
bottom
and
of the
skulls and what have you,
Mhm.
because you can't. Not until you repossess your body, that is, because that's gonna happen. You're gonna be walking around in that thing in that look.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm a ghost.
I mean,
Aren't you guys scared of me?
You're gonna have
Well,
to
you
do
weren't
this
very
to
threatening
him
while you were alive.
at the
and
proper
I'm afraid
moment.
The new pirate ghost
This is not the
thing
proper
isn't
moment,
helping.
but this will play into it. But it won't be a case of like having to relearn
Seriously,
or
how did you...
learn
I
new
said I
I'm
faces.
gonna go
you
ahead
know.
and get.
It's pretty simple once you get to it.
You dressed up like a throat grub and snuck out through the blowhole?
I believe
Manatees
anyway, but
don't
there is a
have
thing you're gonna do to this
blowholes.
guy
Plus, that's really
Okay.
stupid. Now leave
in
me
order for you
alone.
to get a thing as these things go.
Oh, okay. I think I've exhausted
I
my
think you're
options for
pretty-
now.
Pretty much done. I mean, will Guybrush make a comment about trying to go to the toilet in this state? So there is the not the
I
outhouse,
hope
but
the voodoo
in-house.
lady's locket isn't in an intestine somewhere. I don't need to use the facilities right now.
Okay, fine, fair
I
enough.
don't need to use the facilities right now.
Okay.
Doesn't need to use the facilities at all. So I believe there is possibly one more rip. If not, then just have a quick gander at the treasure hunting and the thief lair. But I'm pretty sure these are the free. So you can just peek at those settings. We're still gonna do stuff. For instance, at the treasure hunter screen, there's still the issue of catching the
Welcome back,
parrots,
friend.
the small ones. But you don't have the solution for that just yet.
Oh, yeah.
And here is nothing, by the way. So you don't need to talk to him either. You're done here.
Oh, so no rips.
Nope. And on the treasure hunter
I gotta
screen,
go.
there is only
Come back soon, friend.
there's no rip either, but you're gonna go there eventually. So those pirate parrots are needed. Oh, there was one. Pardon me. So.
Hello? Anyone
Wow,
around?
cool. Yes, there's two things here.
Huh. Another hypnotized monkey.
Like it looks like it's
Morbid.
the entire jungle is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So LeChuck's
Morbid.
yes, a dead seagull. Don't forget that.
I don't even have the bodily strength to lift a feather.
This screen and the dead seagull, they're gonna play into things eventually.
Oh, shoot. It's too dark to actually see what's in here. So much for ghost
So yeah,
powers.
it's obviously a chest. How do we open up a chest?
Mhm.
Well, not in our ghostly forms, do it. Or not with two hands either. We need a form that allows for a lockpick. So remember this screen once you've repossessed your body.
Okay.
Yeah, and you need this is the extent of it. You can't walk up the path or anything.
Yeah. Quite
So-
limited.
So I would recommend heading back to Winslow. I believe that's the first chance we get to solve matters here.
Okay. So I need to go to the cemetery.
Now, I'm not sure how clear it was made in prior dialogue options, but we actually are not just on the hunt for Spirit Gum. And again, she had Spirit Gum with her
Yeah.
when we last saw her, meaning when she was in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe if it's not made explicitly clear, we also need to find again the locket, the Voodoo Lady's locket of her and the Kava.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mr. Winslow?
that will
Yes, sir?
involve, I believe, you have the option to actually jump into the sea. I believe.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty certain that's it. So you can
What happened
just
to the
exit out
narwhal?
of this if
After
you like. Or
LeChuck
just ask
knocked me
this.
off, he simply set it adrift at sea.
Yeah, the narwhal isn't one of the puzzles to retrieve again. You know. So you just exit out of this puzzle and see if the water is selectable.
That's all for now, Mr. Winslow.
Very good, sir.
And overboard!
Good heavens, sir.
All right.
So yeah, we are granted we are back where Murray actually
I
is.
think that's
Yeah.
what's
But
left of
don't
Takaba's
get
ship.
don't get your hopes up. Like
The
I
lady's
unclench your
It's
sphincters
stuck up
to
there
it.
in that
There's
seaweed.
not
He's
a,
not
a
going
It looks like
mumbling
it survived
box
another
somewhere.
harrowing voyage through a
I don't
giant
think so,
manatee.
but he's not gonna return anyway. But we did spot that the locket was doing something, was hanging onto something. If you walk to the right, you saw a bag of sorts, didn't you? Up there,
Oh yeah.
which you obviously can't retrieve. You can't pick anything.
Yeah.
So
Come here, Locket.
that's a problem.
Here, boy.
But yeah, so you can still explore
Wow.
and see what.
Huh.
Yeah. Keep that in mind, but keep that in mind what happened there.
Yeah,
And,
like a little bubble came out.
Continue to explore would be my. You remember there was a
Ocean of my
cave,
ocean
right?
isn't enough to jostle this
On the
seaweed.
far right of the thing, where we acted as matchmaker for manatees 2
Yeah.
episodes ago.
Hello?
Swim away! I'll zap you with this eel.
Anemone?
Guybrush?
He still doesn't know her name. No, me.
Yeah.
Are you
One of the
okay?
merfolk.
No, Spinner K has been destroyed.
What are you doing in there?
What you should be doing, hiding from him.
Oh man, what did he do to you?
Nothing yet, thank Poseidon.
Look, I know Winslow can be a bit forward, if not a bit bawdy, but he's got a good heart.
No, not sweet Reggie, I mean LeChuck.
Oh, I see.
He destroyed Spinner K. The sails of his undead pirate ship are filled with the winds of the apocalypse.
Oh, that's not good. Look, come out and let's talk about this.
No, I'm too frightened.
I need your help out here.
For what?
Well, unfortunately, I'm currently a ghost, so I can't touch anything.
A ghost? How? What happened?
I'll give you one guess.
Killed by him. I'll stay in here, thank you, where it's safe.
So one of the first problems we're gonna solve is that how do we get an anemone
Yeah.
to get out, to come out? Well, she just mentioned that she's sweet on someone.
Can I get you to come out?
No,
She
I don't trust
accidentally
anyone.
said
Well,
Reggie.
maybe Reggie.
That's Reggie
Wait, Winslow?
Winslow.
Ah.
Salty dog.
Despite our taxonomic differences, Winslow understands me.
Huh. I wonder how that works. Logistically.
Some interspecies erotica
No,
hinted
now
at here.
see me again.
You and Winslow are you and Winslow?
I'd never assume he would have me as his life partner, but we have shared our love.
Whoa.
And now I'll never see him again.
So I need to go back and talk to Winslow.
Yeah, but just do the second option, just in case she delivers any new
Would you
information
come out for
to you.
Winslow?
I would venture out of the safety for a mere sign of my dear Reginald.
A mere sign? A mer sign, perhaps? Huh? I'll go
Guybrush.
see what I can do.
Even in death, he's got zingers.
Winslow isn't too far away.
He's come to see me?
Sure.
I knew what we had was special.
I don't know if special is the word I'd use.
Where is my Reggie?
He's in a raft floating above us.
Then why doesn't he come down here and rescue me?
It's like 100 fathoms or something. He
This
drowned.
is not something you talk
You're
to
here.
about
I'm
talked about
special?
with Winslow.
I'm not
So
certain. Special
that means
is
once
the
you go
word
up,
I would
there's
use.
likely some more dialogue options.
I'll be back later.
Be careful.
And I don't know if you exit
Up we go.
top somewhere. You weren't gonna climb anything because you can't climb anything.
Ghost powers.
I'm sure. Yeah, because last time there was an anchor there. Once we last time
Mr.
we were
Winslow?
down here.
Yes, sir?
Anemone is hiding in a cave below your raft.
What's this? My
apple me.
scale-clad steady is but a few leagues beneath my heart.
It's the silly gags to it that I like. The silly gags they're running with. And then the more man
Swim to
mean.
me, my sweetheart!
Well, the problem is LeChuck. Anemone's terrified and hiding out until all of this pirate apocalypse mongering blows over.
How tragic.
Perhaps you could drop something down to Estemily? Something to show your affection?
Capital idea! Perhaps a poem, a haiku even! I became a master of the haiku while working on the
It's just been
Sashimi
around.
Islands. Whatever, as long as it
Worldly man.
sings.
There's a
Don't you
haiku.
worry. While waiting for the currents to cooperate, I've been working on a game I've entitled Rock, Paper, Pen.
How's it played?
Well, paper beats rock, and then the player must shame the paper into defeat by filling it full of lewd phrases using the pen.
Nothing like a good shaming.
Anyway, I have all the materials I need to write my dear anemone a haiku.
Yeah, there's rocks, there's papers. So
May my sinking stone lift quivering spirits.
before
That's
we
all
do
for now,
anything
Mr.
else to
Winslow.
it, might as
Very
well
good,
adhere
sir.
to tradition. Did you find a beer?
I have beer. It's not what we discussed though.
Right. Yeah, because I've the thing about gums have already come up, so that was my sort of like, is there a beer that tastes like strawberry or citrus or a common gum flavor? That was my
Oh,
only.
I've gotten a couple of raspberry beers.
That'll do me just fine. Or you just fine.
Yeah. The cat's come out of his cave.
It's like raspberry.
Or he's changed his mind. This is not the fucking camera again.
No need to use the little litter box either.
No,
Just go back
fine.
to chilling.
Okay, so actually, I'm gonna go for this other world brewing.
Okay, that fits. Otherworld, Neverworld,
Yeah,
Afterlife. So there you are.
it's got quite a dent on the bottom, so I'm gonna
Ooh.
just open it underneath
Careful.
the desk, pointed away from plugs.
And pointed towards the electrical socket.
I'm just gonna hold it over this extension cord. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Shaken but not stirred.
Nice.
Yeah, looks summery as well.
Exactly.
Quench your thirst in this hot weather.
Yeah, a dry and refreshing Belgian-style wheat beer with a tasteful addition of bright Scottish raspberries.
That's important. No other raspberries are good enough for man.
Aye, not
Right, Stuart?
imported.
Only Scottish raspberries.
Really nice.
It's a beer.
Yep. Well, some people might not say it's like.
So what? Screw them. It will do the trick.
Hi, Tom.
It has the properties to do the trick.
Okay, where were we?
Stone is
Oh,
thrown.
shit.
Oh. It's a little mistake.
That's what happens when you drink and play point and click.
Well, thankfully you can't end up in an unwinnable state by screwing up. So there's never a redo of like 4 hours of gameplay, a la Sierra Games style.
There was
You
a
messed
point
up earlier in the game.
during the Ale Abbey last night where we thought the game crashed and then realized it doesn't automatically save.
Ooh,
We were maybe, I think, close to 60 minutes.
Are you still in
Into
there,
the game.
Anemone?
As long as LeChuck is still alive, I'll be in here. Thank you.
wait, I didn't pick up
I'll be back later.
Winslow
Be
through there.
careful.
No, you can't pick it up, Stuart. It's still it's
Oh,
physical
shit.
item.
Okay,
so
you're right.
there was a dialogue option. She will likely come out and
Hello?
search for it herself. But
Emily,
was Ale
Winslow
Abbey all
dropped a
right?
note
Your
down
brewery,
here.
your
It's
monkey
sitting
brewery,
right
was it
we
all right?
managed to hit escape to come out of it. It was one of those little missions where you accept the contract, but you can negotiate the
Look at
terms.
this. Look at this. Look at this. By the way, she
It's
kind of
unlocked.
readjusted the bag with the
I'll be back
lockets.
later.
So,
Ah.
sorry for interrupting you there. But
But yeah, so it was. It's now a timing puzzle with the clam.
yeah, well, it's not terribly difficult. Remember what
I think we
happened.
got off on the wrong foot. Foot.
You tried to
Oh,
engage with
I'm
it.
sorry I made light of you not having 2 feet.
What happens when you walk away from it? Boom.
Holy
Hey.
clam
Not terribly
bubbles.
difficult to
Lock
time,
it
is it?
saved.
Just wait for the right position.
Yeah.
I think they were rather friendly with it because it's not like it needed to be
Captain Fleetwood,
pixel
my
perfect.
beloved,
You know what I
they
mean?
sent
Like
me a
in the
sign.
vicinity
I
of
must
the
prepare
thing,
myself
timing in
for
the
our
vicinity of the thing.
reunion.
Good to go.
Prisons. I haven't smelled this rotten since languishing in my own filth while doing my time in the hold of Captain Liverbottom's trader ship.
What's that?
Deodorant, Captain. Bought from the apothecary in Woodtick, I believe.
Whoops,
Winslow,
tick.
the locket
That's
isn't
the
designed for
first
Melanie.
island
She
in
loved your
Monkey
poem,
Island.
but I sent that locket up.
Ah.
I believe.
can't touch it, but it's the thing
because,
that's going to reunite
that
my
was the
ghost with
island
my
with
mom.
Oh, most important then.
with the carpenter,
Yeah,
with
as
the
if it were our
guys,
map.
the laundry service,
How could
and
I
the
forget?
guys sleeping on the pirate ship, and one of the guys' their legs was sawn off by you because you bought. I believe that was Woodtick. That Lago La Grande was sort of the chief over. He's the one who robs you at the beginning of Monkey Island too, because you have your inventory is filled with gold and bonds
Yeah.
and stocks, and like he comes there and does a shakedown literally,
Mhm.
and then you start off the game at on Woodtick Island. So they are connecting the dots.
Ah.
But Winslow isn't like a background character in the game. You know what I mean? Like, let's take that character and make him,
Mhm.
part of the thing.
Yeah.
But Winslow picked up the locket, didn't he? Because he could.
Yes, it's
So
there.
now it becomes a question of you remembering utilize the locket last time. There was a little mechanic
The Voodoo Lady's locket
involved with the
transfers
locket,
spirits to
right?
bodies based on which way that
Transferring
little
of
arrow button is
your
pointing.
self to
I
another
can't press
body.
it, though.
Kind of thing.
But I bet Winslow wouldn't mind helping.
So let's see if that
Mr.
can
Winslow?
work this time around.
Sir,
Mr. Winslow, would you mind pushing the button on that locket for your old captain?
certainly, sir.
Nothing happened. I should have possessed the Voodoo Lady. I guess no one's
So
home
yeah.
on the other end.
Do you remember like you switched photos and stuff like that in the prior episode? So, do you have a photo?
That's all for now, Mr. Winslow.
Very good, sir.
Now we have the Barrett photo.
I'll just cover up the Voodoo Lady. Voila!
Okay.
So what happens now then?
Mr. Winslow?
If you,
Yes, sir.
you're gonna have to ask Winslow, but again, you can just right-click through the dialogue each time you ask him.
Miss-
So.
Certainly, sir.
Guybrush. So Guybrush.
I know.
This you're gonna fail once or
I don't know
twice
my
at
body being
this.
this cold. Hey!
Ah, great jumping gibbets! It's
Shaun of the Dead
alive!
thing there, almost.
It ain't alive. It's
Yeah.
some kind of voodoo zombie.
Quick, chop its head off!
What? Ooh, wait a second.
Don't worry, Your Honor. A good whomp in the choppers ought to take care of this one.
Bring it on,
So,
Goat
yeah, I'm gonna let you try one thing and see what happens. That will shake you out of it. Okay, so that doesn't
I
work.
just had
So
the spirit
do
knocked out of
remember,
me.
you
Ah,
in order
yes,
to
that
buff your
would
body
explain the girlish
to more
screams,
permanently, because in this form, Guybrush will simply drop dead automatically or via a punch. So where did the Voodoo Lady? her voodoo gum. Where was she lost?
She mentioned, I felt like she said she left it in the jail cell.
Hmm. So let's get put in jail, Stuart.
Okay.
Being hit wasn't the only
Mr.
on
Winslow,
in the prior dialogue screen.
would you?
Certainly.
Like they've already rearranged
for
him,
another
you know, with a
round,
hat and
zombie
the
boy.
dartboard.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. I mean to kill you all.
Nope,
Oh.
that one isn't correct. That won't land you in jail, Stuart.
Ooh, yeah. Can't touch anything. Mr. Winslow,
Yes.
would you mind pressing?
Certainly.
Remember the old games, you rarely could cycle through dialogue quickly like this. You had to reread dialogue in case you had to
Back for
redo
another round.
puzzles that hinged on
I'm sure we can talk this
picking
out.
the right one. Nope,
Ah.
no talking. So you're just gonna have to do what?
Mr. Winslow,
Yes, sir.
would you mind pressing?
Certainly.
Back for another round.
I surrender.
You do? Terrific! Off to jail with you! You there! I'll be back shortly. I'm taking this body to the jail.
Sure. The ladies come calling. I'll tell them that's where you went.
Oh, great. I'm in jail.
Okay, save right
Again.
here because I believe this is timed.
Okay.
So escape and save right here because Guybrush will run out of juice, meaning he will leave his body while you search for gum. So do that and examine your
Is
surroundings.
that some kind of poster in there? I can't quite see it from here.
Is there a wall with just 2 cells? He was on the
Yeah,
far...
so
Wait,
I
let's read.
believe. Oh yeah, we might not. We're doing fine and we're doing correct, but the goal is actually to end up in the other cell. So let me just have
Hey,
a
somebody
little
stashed
think
something behind this
here
loose
about
brick.
what to do, because the gum is actually to spoil everything. Is in
It's
the
a
other cell.
diary.
But that's yeah, this is it. I remember this now.
Dear
Read that.
diary. Well, I am in
Bug
jail.
Bug
Diary.
Eyes Diary.
Apparently, I misunderstood when the mer person I met asked if I needed a lift. I assumed that meant I could ride him all the way into town. Anyway,
His
I'm
pink
hiding
diary
you
still
for
has
now
it.
in
Yeah.
case they
Lovely.
search me. I don't want anyone knowing my personal inner thoughts.
Are there more pages to?
What else is in here?
perhaps?
Dear diary, I think that any moment now the manatees will start kissing. I hope I can slip out just as he slips the tongue. Ew. I think I've read enough. Uh-oh. My body is starting to feel all numb and tingling.
Yeah. So this is you're gonna have to let this happen because we've done what we can.
Uh-oh.
Now.
Hey, what happened?
So don't
No, sir. The locket
don't,
sparked a couple
overtake
of
your
times
body
before I
now,
could say
because what you're
sexy
gonna have to
fish.
do now, I'm
Sexy fish?
giving you
It's an
large
expression,
hints, but
sir. Something I picked up while on my
the
tour around
diary is
exotic
gonna
Limbo
have to be
Islands.
used as
So
leverage,
what you're saying is
Yeah.
the effects
as
of the locket
a
are
taunting
temporary.
device.
That does appear to be
So
the case.
do
sir.
remember that you can
Oh,
visit the bar in
that's
2 different
just
ways,
Great.
living or spirit. So I would visit it as a spirit, meaning yes, you're gonna have to go. And this is the rip you're gonna go to is at Morgan's screen,
Oh,
wasn't it? Well, there's one of 2. And if you double click, he will run himself.
yeah.
So that means you don't have to
Didn't
be
have it.
accurate on the stairs. Yeah, so
How'd my body get back here?
We came to check on you and found it just laying around. We figured you were dead again, so we just put you back here.
Okay.
Dragging a rotting corpse up and down the streets of Flotsam. So yeah, let's see.
Yo,
We
Bug
can
Eye.
use the
do
diary
you want,
as some kind of
pipsqueak?
leverage.
Come on. How did you get out of the manatee and end up on Flotsam?
I really do not want to talk about it.
No, let me guess.
Now there's more options.
Perhaps
You didn't have that
waited
option before.
around
Yeah.
until the mating ritual, made your way to the tongue, and escaped when the manatee went in for the kiss.
Hey, who told you that? That's private information.
And once free from the manatee, you...
I'm not sure which one this is, but you know, obviously you have a. I will guess that one.
befriended
Yeah.
a mer person who you ended up riding all the way to the shores of Flotsam.
That's impossible. No one knows about that.
Look at me! I'm Bug Eye. I like to get in on manatee makeout sessions and ride merfolk around.
Are you mocking me, boy?
Oh.
And this is pretty easy. Like, are you mocking me, boy? Like, if someone mocked you, what would you do in return? Like, get to be sarcastic about it. Remember, when you click each one, Guybrush will preview it, so you can see his eyes. What are they doing?
No, so we're copying. Okay, so tweaking.
Yeah,
These
that's two of them
eyebrows.
done, right?
Not that one. It's not that one.
The eyes were.
Aye, the eyes
Oh,
are right. I'm
that's the
trying
one.
to get the eyebrows right. His hair's in the way. I think.
Oh, but no, the eyebrows is all correct. It's just the hair is
Yeah.
in the way. So just go for the mouth then.
He looks right.
Arr! Does it look like I'm mocking you? I'm Big Bad Bug Eye. I keep a girly diary. I wish I had hair so I could put it up in curls.
Let's just see how that face
It's
looks with
being
my
so mean.
fist shoved in it.
Oops, whoops.
All right, that's enough.
And
Think
that
you
will
need
get
some time
you
to calm down, lad.
some
It's off to the
brig
drink tank
time.
for you.
Hmm.
And you, don't slime up the place while I'm gone.
But you're not done being in the brig either.
Yeah.
So that's your next cue, Stuart. What happens now?
I'll just leave him there until he cools off.
So if I get myself put in jail now, I'll be in the second cell.
But you can't be put in jail as a spirit. Here's where the backtracking
Oh,
comes in.
Right.
So you can just imagine if you do this again, there's only one thing to do. You can't fight the barkeep. You can't fight Bug Eye. So yeah, to talk about like not necessarily repeating the style of each and every episode. It's, you know,
Yeah, different
It-
mechanics.
it- a little bit different mechanics, different rules now that there's Afterlife to deal with. Back to the gateway. Back so soon, sir.
Okay, Winslow, push the button.
Mr. Winslow,
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
would you mind
I've
pressing the
had
button
worse
again?
backtracking
Certainly,
in older type of adventure games. Walking through endless forests and crap. So this is still rather
I'm
swift.
back!
Hold your ground or I'll take you down myself. Ghosts are one thing, but I really hate zombies.
Zombies. Okay.
Don't fight him.
I surrender.
You do? Terrific. Off to jail.
Bug Eye, we're
Back
neighbors.
to jail again.
Shut your cheese hole, zombie boy. You're the reason I'm in here, you know.
All right, all
Once you
right.
get control of
Keep it
Guybrush,
down.
now you should save because
This stalactite of gum looks pretty fresh.
you can do that. But you have to explore your surroundings, and Guybrush might. Okay, so you're still not quite there.
Maybe because it's
we were a second too early.
mid animation.
Yeah, we were.
Dust, spit, and just a hint of
So
lavender.
this is a matter of
Otherwise,
finding
it's
the right
completely
gum.
tasteless.
That wasn't it. So now you're safe. In case it will feel like it takes far too long to get back into the cell again.
Mm-hmm.
In case you can't find the gum in time. So you're really restricted to one side of the screen here.
Hey, look at that! A gaping round hole in the wall. The voodoo lady must have escaped through this. Convenient.
So don't go through there. You have stuff in
Free
front of you.
Guybrush Threepwood! Free Guybrush Threepwood! No new taxes! Down with porcelain!
Oh, the
Lay off
porcelain
the
art
banging or I'm gonna
continues.
shove that mug
Yeah.
up your blowhole.
Free Guybrush Threepwood! Free Guybrush Threepwood! Oh, this just isn't the same. Uh-oh. I feel a
So,
depossession coming on.
Yeah, so this is gonna happen fairly swift, but there is gum on the thing.
Oh yes.
See there, there's a collection of it. She's been
Hey,
chewing
geez.
like an MFer. So this means, of course, you haven't done the free Guybrush, but that isn't part of a. So
Okay. I can't believe I'm actually
now
about
it's
to do
just
this.
a matter of taste testing.
Ugh.
Ugh. Disgusting. It tastes like earwax.
Let's
Nope,
try
that didn't
and-
do anything.
I think
Oh,
yeah.
damn it.
You just have to click there multiple times, and he will pick
Oh,
up
okay.
different gum.
Hey, look
You know
at
what I mean? Like it's not like
different
different
piece
wad of
each
chewed
time.
gum, different wad of chewed
Mm.
gum. So he's
Sour
gonna,
milk.
you see,
That's a taste that's
he's
gonna linger.
going through different tastes, flavors.
Rotten clam flavor. No spirit gum here.
That is it. But let me just double check my notes
I
here.
think this is chocolate and pickle flavored. Poo. This isn't
Huh.
spirit gum. This tastes like cat litter. Ah! This one had a tooth in it! I'm never gonna find the spirit gum this way. Yeah! Turkey and mashed potatoes? Delicious. In gum form? Not so much.
Yeah, there's a little. We might have to do some things. Pick up the mug first of all. Make sure you
Free
have that in
Guybrush
your,
Threepwood!
Hey,
in
lay
your
off the
inventory.
Free
You're gonna
Guybrush
need
Threepwood.
it.
Oh, this just isn't. Uh-oh. I feel a depossession
Oh,
coming
yeah.
on.
I remember. So you are gonna have to. No. Back up if you can. No, back up because you picked up the mug. That's good enough.
Okay.
The solution has to do because you have the mug in.
Uh-oh.
Well, you likely have it. It's not there. So
Welcome back,
now the mug
every
is
time I
going to
pass
be
out in jail, they haul my body
transferred
back to the bar and redecorate it.
to
You think I should
your
go back as a
body
ghost and check
when
out
it's
my body?
propped up
Yeah.
on the
Who
dartboard.
knows what strange party favors they'll
And,
dress my body up in next?
Do
Thanks for
you
the advice, Mr.
remember
Winslow.
that?
Certainly, sir.
Oh, with the root beer.
Yeah, he threw a dart
You
at
could
one
collect
of the
it in
barrels.
the mug.
So you're gonna have to go back as a spirit to the bar again to trigger that event. So there needs to be root beer in the mug. That will give you a trigger for finding the gum. So I was kind of wrong. You don't taste test it. You need to know which gum it is.
Ah. This is complex.
A little bit, but still, it's classic Monkey Island. Pick up a thing to do a thing to do another thing to use on another thing. You know. So
Yeah.
yes, I believe this is it.
You're not wanting to complete this game in 10 minutes.
No, I'm sure the speedrunners do. Those skillful folks.
Yeah.
should they do this under an hour.
Hi,
this
everyone.
episode.
I'm back.
Shh! I be
So I
trying to
believe
concentrate
He either
here.
does it by himself or you talk to him and he will throw a dart via one of the dialogue options. I
Yeah.
believe that was it.
Hey, WP.
Hold on a tick. I've almost
Before you
got
do
my-
anything, does it look like Guybrush has a
Yes.
mug with
he
him
was
now?
holding a mug in his hand. You can
Okay,
just
fine.
see it there.
So you were grasping onto it in your dead state.
Yep.
There it is. Okay. I believe it's the first, right?
Ooh, I'm a scary ghost.
Oh yes, this was it. So this didn't matter. So you just do a face.
Yeah, quit that. You aren't scary. You just screwed up my concentration.
Perfect stream.
Okay, now
And
I
now-
need to
and
get
now
back in my body.
backtrack. So the root beer is a chemical trigger to find the gum.
Yeah, mug full of spirit melting root beer.
So once you're back in your body, you have the mug.
Yeah.
Determined man. Okay, just remember back in the old days, the reason some of these speedrunners go through really early games in like 10 minutes is because they were short, but there were so many dead ends and stuff, and the solutions weren't easy. So, because that's how you got players to play the game for long and like to
Yeah.
get stuck. But otherwise, like King's Quest 1, for instance, I think you speedrun that in 5 minutes. It's literally just a few screens. But it's an OG point, you know. So
Yeah.
that's how.
Mr. Winslow,
Yes, sir.
That's why this mechanic kind of
would
is
you mind pressing the
here
button
to
again?
elongate the game a
Certainly, sir.
little bit, backtracking and stuff. But
Yeah, definitely.
when you do when you look up the walkthrough on YouTube, it's still a little bit over 2 hours.
I'm
He stashed it. Good.
back.
Hold your ground.
I surrender.
You do?
Oh, going back to jail again. So, chemicals to it.
Okay.
Chemistry. Use.
No
What
thanks.
on
It's
what?
completely flavorless and not spirit gum.
There's only two things
Oh,
to
and it's
choose
already been
from
in someone
here.
else's mouth.
You have the you have your what do you have in your inventory? That's
So,
new. No.
so select the mug and then select the gum.
Chemical reaction time.
Let's see how spirit gum reacts to a little root beer. Ooh, that brings back unpleasant memories.
Oh,
Hey, now this is delicious and tingly. And
Hey, keep it down over there.
whoa. Now that is spirit gum.
Sweet. We're alive. Kind of. Now we can touch things again. That doesn't mean we're
All right,
we
corpse
might
body.
revert back
Let's
to
go
our
get that
spirit
cutlass of Kaflu,
self,
save
but
Elaine, and
now
take down LeChuck
we're
once and for
we're
all.
one step
Hey,
closer
don't you leave
to
me here. Come
getting some
on,
stuff
at least give me some
done.
gum.
So kind of into a new act in a way here. But and you
I'm
could
back,
escape by the
LeChuck.
way
Now that I have my root beer
from
proof
the
and only slightly rotting body again,
yeah,
I
from
can
the jail.
touch anything I want.
Yeah.
So get ready
there
to
was a
be
poster.
touched to death.
yeah.
Did Guybrush do this by himself, by the way?
Pointy
I
death.
went off screen for a little
Finally.
bit. Or did you
Um,
go back?
I'll piss you that
I just
stings.
double clicked on the
Do you think
poster
I'm some
and that
kind
was
of
it.
dolt,
Okay,
Freeport?
okay, fine.
Dolt?
So this is supposed to
now
happen.
has enough demonic power in it to bring down a god. Did you think we'd let you get your mortal hands on it?
Seriously, who uses the word dolt anymore?
With just one swipe, that sword could completely obliterate your body.
I do wish
That ain't
you hadn't
good. We
made
don't
such a
want to be
pest of
swiped
yourself.
by another cutlass.
I wanted you
Yeah.
alive.
to see me marry Elaine.
I've told you a million times, LeChuck. I'm already married to.
This actually
Do
will
your
be the
part,
finale of
Fleetwood,
the episode,
and
but
that part has
we're
already been taken care
not
of.
quite there yet. But
Elaine,
this
my
will be
dear,
the setting
please dispose of this
of the finale,
irritating
as you
corpse.
kind of
Okay.
might have guessed. You know, a showdown with LeChuck and Elaine on a ship. She's like
Elaine, sweetie, stop.
like an
It's
insect
me.
or something, like a scorpion waiting to strike.
What?
Oh, there he is.
Good news, sir. I found the map.
Mr. Winslow.
But back.
How dare you? I have a wedding ceremony to plan, a dress to pick out, a reception to arrange, and some bridesmaids to slaughter. I don't have time for this.
He's got an evil
That's
streak
the
in him.
problem.
More powerful now that I
Yeah,
can
that's the
ever
problem
be
too.
loaded
How do we get
doctor,
Elaine back
pitiful
to
pirate.
her state?
Stupid sponge.
Yeah.
I liked you better when you were smaller. Smaller. I've got to shrink that sponge.
This is marvelous. You really think you
Shrink
still
the
have a
sponge
chance?
after we
Go
fed
ahead,
it.
give it your best
There's like
shot.
a reverse
I'll
voodoo
even
thing
give
where
you a
we
head
shrink
start.
the
Just know
sponge.
this, there is nowhere
Shrink
you
it of
can
its
go
power.
where I cannot find
Drain
you.
it of its power. And now
Listen up,
we're
Sponge.
physical
It's time you
in the
lost some weight.
crossroads.
I still have my Feast of the
So
Senses
it's a
spell in my
little
body.
bit
I just need
changed.
to find someone who can help me reverse it.
So
Okay.
we're kind of done. We're kind of done with because we now have our body. So we're kind of done with being a spiritual presence now. So we're into Act 3 of the second half of episode 5 in a way. So
Well, my first thought is go here, go to that rip, because we can now look at that treasure chest we couldn't originally.
indeed, it's not a big screen to solve, but it is a crucial screen to solve nonetheless. So here we had
Treepwood.
Whoa! Now,
mine.
Spirit binding must be messing with my head.
No, it's not saying that.
Hello, Guybrush.
you can do that too.
Yikes.
I'm sorry, but I must still conceal my whereabouts and communicate through the vessels.
So
of
she wasn't
nature's
evil, Stuart.
worlds.
She's helping you, clearly,
Dead
right?
seagull?
A perfect place to go unnoticed.
I can't help but think the advantages of flight could be more useful. So I need to shrink the sponge. I have the Feast of the Senses, but I don't want to make it any bigger.
The opposite, in fact.
I'm sorry. I didn't take Voodoo Spell Reversals 201 at Hexer's Community College.
Well then,
You need to
Guybrush.
speak clearly to me.
Yes?
I can't
Ask
figure this out on my
around.
own. Say what you need.
Sure you've heard by now, but Elaine is a demon bride of LeChuck.
Your wife's ways are her own, her fate compelled by unknown forces.
Yeah, she's
But
a bit
remember
of a loose
now,
cannon.
there are
For
items,
once,
kind
I
of
agree with
several
you,
items to pick up
Treepwood.
here and there.
Aside
Yeah,
from
there's a
joining
feather.
the
On,
army,
on
I
land,
generally
on
appreciate
land,
the
and
sex.
Be
in the water.
careful, Guybrush. You must make your
Oh,
own
yeah.
choices.
So there's still going to be
for
some
Elaine does
some
not trust in the
backtracking, but you're not
ways
going to
of
move
voodoo.
through different states to
Mhm.
spare the body.
And the fact that he's kinda a zombie, he doesn't need to breathe underwater.
Well, he can do it for 10 minutes regardless. That was always his skill
Oh,
set.
yeah.
He can hold his breath for 10 minutes.
A legacy skill.
Exactly. So you're going to find out about something called diet of
I'm
the
having a
senses.
hard time getting over this dead seagull
And
thing.
that requires
You must
items as
realize
well.
that oftentimes in life, it is not where the message comes from, but the
Including one
message
item that is on this
itself.
screen. Maybe two.
But it's gross. What the heck am I, anyway? I feel one step removed from a zombie.
You are no stranger to the reanimation of corpses. You are now familiar with the form that LeChuck has known so well.
So you're saying I'm a zombie?
defining such states as folly in the realm of voodoo.
I'm a zombie.
If
Save as
you
Edward.
insist.
So yeah, you probably need to go through these dialogue options to find out about the diet of the
Your ways of
senses.
voodoo have really done a number
And we're
on me
gonna start
lately.
collecting
The ebb and
items.
flow of the tides of our suffering cannot be controlled.
Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to chap your hide?
I am not your enemy, Treepwood. In fact, I have most likely saved you from yourself.
Right. Tell that to my shambling mess of a body here. Ever since LeChuck got a hold of your diary, he's really had it in for you.
The
Yeah,
dread
that
pirate
question
LeChuck
about
is
Morgan
not one for
is
nuances.
curious because she
You
couldn't
know
pass
this
through the rip,
Guybrush.
as
On
you might
Flotsam,
remember
though,
from the
he
last screen.
seemed pretty convinced
You,
you
on,
were
on the other hand, just
What else happened back
fell
on
right through.
Flotsam?
Ah.
Did he not slaughter you and your friend Morgan Le Fay in cold blood? LeChuck is mad as usual. I do not
And I
blame
thought that
him
was a
for
nice
his
dramatic
anger
beat while
towards
we
me
listened to
or
this
towards you.
exposition
It
dialogue.
is expected
That
and
Morgan
beyond
says,
his
"No, I'm not
control."
giving you my
You're
shred of
saying
life. I'm
LeChuck
giving you
is
my
just being
reputation."
LeChuck?
Because
Yes.
that was part of the ritual
Mhm.
to open the crossroads, and it might actually have been her shred of life that she
Yeah.
gave to you, which I thought was nice.
I have a semi-voodoo related question. How come when I opened the crossroads, I could pass through, but Morgan couldn't?
Maybe you still have some connection to the physical world that you are
Yep,
clinging
that's
to.
why.
You mean my shred
You
of
have
life?
your shred of life.
Then that means LeChuck kept a shred of life when he died too.
Perhaps. Who is to say if the shred was his own?
So
Is
yeah,
there anything else I should know about being a
two
zombie?
more things to do on this
Are you
screen.
flush with zombie advice?
Pick up and
Your
pick.
true form is not lost.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere.
But such powerful reanimation is outside of the realm of voodoo. It requires something much more rare.
A four-headed monkey?
But I'm afraid I don't know either. The spirit must be compelled to reconstitute itself. That is all I can share.
Why should I believe any of this?
Fine, you don't have to. I'll be going then.
Whoa, whoa. You don't have to go.
I have said all I can at this time. Good luck, Guybrush. Do not let the forces of ill will or the ignorance of others knock you from your path.
Wait! I believe you! Ah, man.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Pick up and pick.
bird feather. Gross.
That was pick up. It was too dark to look in the chest before, so Guybrush couldn't even see what was in there. See but not touch, but now we can.
Looks like somebody was on their way to a LeChuck dress-up contest.
Treepwood!
Yeah! Stop doing that!
In there, you will find some of the things that allowed LeChuck to get so close to your beloved Elaine.
What? I don't think I want to look in there anymore.
LeChuck's human form was most impressive, but we can all use the help of voodoo from time to time.
I think I'm set in the voodoo department.
If it's trust you seek, LeChuck's belt should do nicely.
Don't you
LeChuck's
find it strange
belt.
that LeChuck left this stuff out here in the open? I think he'd want to get rid of it.
LeChuck is careless.
And it's almost
Dead
like
bird is not helping me trust her more.
let's acknowledge that it's awfully convenient.
Yes.
Hey, but let's just go with it. So
Big belt buckle. Oh, there's monkeys
So,
in the background. All these things.
yeah, they're just gonna stand there.
Another hypnotized
I
monkey.
would recommend heading to the gateway. Do a little bit of Winslow talking and a little bit of swimming,
Oh, okay.
because that's gonna be needed. At some point, we're gonna find out about the diet of the senses, but you've already grabbed one item for it, so we're on our way.
Back to the gateway.
Yes, because we're gonna go back to Winslow in this form. So, a little chat with him, and perhaps get an item from him, and have a little swim too. Oh, he's not even here, so let's steal shit.
Old Brute, the pirate alternative to
Maybe
Bathing.
him and an
This
enemy
might help
mama
stave off that fresh
has
corpse
gone
smell
off
I'm starting
to
notice.
hang out.
Winslow's game props. I guess he gave up on it.
Jack is gone, so we didn't get to do anything or get the help
Winslow's game
of
props.
Jack the monkey. But swimming is something we can do. So we didn't really look at the ocean floor here, what there was to pick up.
Looks like Dakava's helmet found its way out of the manatee in one piece. I wonder if Dakava was so lucky.
This just
Looks like
there,
Dakava's
so is there anything on the ship to pick up or just comment?
The Howler Monkey, forever committed to the salty depths.
Seemingly not.
Fishnet.
A fishnet woven of the finest meshes.
Joink.
Giant manatee bones.
You have a crucial
To think,
item.
My bout of Cyrano-style bromance has brought peace to these murky depths. Reminders of why... Giant manatee bones.
I think that's it. Maybe check one more thing, such as the clam. If there's anything there.
Booga booga.
Pick up. And I'm not sure.
Hello?
Can I think of?
I just thought you'd like to know
yes,
that Van
because,
Winslow is leading an attack
I was
on
kind of thinking
LeChuck
like,
as we
where do we
speak.
find out about the
Oh,
diet
so
of senses?
valiant. I
Yeah,
await
and we
his
will,
triumphant
we can.
return.
And that will occur in another location.
later.
The Thieves'
Be
Den
careful.
is our location for the recipe of it all. We picked 2 items already, so you're on your way. But the actual recipe to follow is in the Thieves' Den. But we needed the fishnet 2, so you've done pretty good here, Stuart. So let's just
Up we
exit.
go.
We can actually visit both the treasure screen and the Thieves' Den and get some stuff done here.
Whoa!
Caleb must be standing going. It's like deja vu. I've seen this
Well.
boy 5 times now.
People come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome
this
back,
dodgy
friend.
fella.
So, could you just walk up and steal the box? You remember you distracted him, but he sort of willingly got distracted.
Oh yeah.
But what about now? Will you actually be able to steal something from him now that you have a physical body?
Excuse me.
What is it, friend?
That would be the first option. Like there's something behind you.
There's something.
Ooh, where?
Let's just pick up the
Wow.
secret
Don't
box.
see
It's
Secrets
part
aren't meant
of
to be
the
stolen.
recipe. What was it? Okay, sorry.
Swipe.
Are you sure you've time to go, friend?
Oh, right.
So, remembering.
Till next time, friend.
Oh yes. You probably needed to not steal the box, but maybe look in it.
Okay.
I think that was it.
Whatever still didn't stay. Picked your pockets as you leave, so
So you probably need to open it. Is my point.
this box here.
Yeah. So have him do the
Excuse me?
thing.
What is it, friend?
There's something.
Ooh, where?
Why, I
No,
don't see anything
secrets aren't
over
meant to be
here.
stolen.
Open it.
No, secrets aren't
How do
meant
you
to be
open
stolen.
things, Stuart?
Are
Oh,
you sure you meant
get my
behind?
hook out.
I believe this is it.
I'm not grabbing that with my hook. It'll tarnish it.
Sorry.
Maybe if I try
I was
a
going by memory there, so. But we need to get this, so.
Okay, I'm going to keep looking for just a little bit
no.
longer. But then I'm turning around.
Thinking.
Why, I
Was
don't see
there a
anything over
trade you
here.
did here, or what was it?
Are you sure you meant behind me?
That doesn't need to be charmed.
Maybe if I try squinting.
Could you do anything with the
Okay, I'm
belt?
going
If you
to
just
keep
use
looking
that
for just a
on,
little
for
bit
instance,
longer.
him or
But then I'm turning
the
around.
box?
Does have the box, but
Could you use it on him?
Why, I
No.
don't see anything
Someone
over
besides the
here.
voodoo lady must know something about reversing spells.
maybe I should
Are
talk
you
to him.
sure you meant behind me?
What's this?
What's the story
Strike up
behind
a
this?
conversation.
I
with
lifted
him
that
first.
right out of the pocket of Betsy Bilgewater. Stealing that was easy. Trying to steal a kiss got me a...
Yikes!
Why, I don't see
He'll throw
anything
Something to
over
get
here.
thrown out and come back.
Time to go.
Oh, right.
The box is needed. I know that much.
Yeah. Maybe we're
Till
asking for it
next
too soon.
time, Fred.
Excuse me.
What is it, Fred?
Hey, the last time I was in here, you robbed me.
Aye, of course I did. And you robbed me as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we stole a scroll.
Ah, you got me.
What's a few stolen items amongst thieves, eh?
Ha, good times. Good times. Doesn't having no hands get in the way of your thievery?
Not if you're good. I can lift a wallet with my teeth, crack a safe with my toes, and loot an entire treasure hold using just my, cheeks.
Ew. So, what kind of thievery skills do you have?
The usual, friend. Pickpocketing, lockpicking, safe cracking, and creating
I
artificial
think
buying
it's
pressure
as
for a
simple
generally low
as,
trading
just
volume
looking at
issuer in
my
the
clues
over-the-counter
here, that
securities
you
market.
just
Yeah.
select the
me
box
too.
and he will let you take it. You don't need to have him turn around. So get out of the dialogue tree
Talk to you
and see
later.
what he will
Till
comment
next time.
on when you say like, "Hey, neat box.
Hey,
Let me have it."
what's in this thing?
That? Oh, that's a secret.
Oh, what kind of secret?
If I knew that, it wouldn't be a secret.
And it might be the case of if you click on it once or twice.
I'm not grabbing that with my hook. Hey, what's in this thing?
That?
Oh,
If I knew that.
hey, what's in this thing?
That?
Think so.
Oh, what kind of secret?
If
It's funny how I've written my clues down wrongly. But let's
Maybe we need to do other stuff first.
Okay. Outside
think
of the now use the belt buckle with him. What will he comment, if anything?
Take a look at this.
nice find, friend. Did you steal that yourself?
I did. I
It's a matter
snatched it
of,
right off LeChuck's belt.
Gaining his respect.
I trust that you did.
Yeah? What if I told you that I stole this from a three-headed mermaid who had come here from the future riding a giant space turtle?
I trust you, friend. If you say it's true, then I believe you.
And now, if you try and click the secret
Hey,
box,
what's in this thing?
will it say
That.
something different?
Oh,
If I knew that, it
Okay, and now if you make him turn around and take the box,
Okay.
will it play out? Will it play out
excuse
differently?
me.
what it
'Cause that was a trigger, the dialogue,
something,
the belt buckle, showing him that look, this
Yeah.
neat thing I have.
No,
Well, I don't
secrets
see
aren't meant to be
anything over
stolen.
here.
Can you open it now then with the hook?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
how-
you
I'm
how
not
you
grabbing
play.
that with my hook. It'll tarnish
Nah.
it.
God damn it! What was it? Nearly there, Stuart.
Maybe if I try
There.
squinting. Okay, I'm going to keep looking for just a little bit longer. but then I'm turning around.
No way am I doing
Why, I
anything
don't
with this
see
ring.
anything
Elaine
over
would
here.
kill me if anything
Someone
happened to
else's
it.
playthrough here.
Pinch.
Are you sure you
This
time
is
to
awfully
go,
simple,
friend?
so just,
Oh, right.
But my memory usually is shot when it comes to these things. So let's see here.
Till next time, friend.
Happy video thingy. Get us to that point.
Belt buckle. What about if I show this sock?
I have no reason to torture them with this disgusting footwear.
Okay. Deodorant?
I too question their hygiene, but no.
Maybe we should go to the treasure area
Yeah,
first.
you will be able to. Let's see here.
Good luck with the pilfering. I gotta go.
Come back soon.
Oh, by the way, sorry. Yes, you need to do a thing at the treasures. I might have missed something. Check your inventory.
What are we looking for?
Yeah, I think we already have the. Do we have like a variant of the recipe there? The third item of the ring. If you look at it now.
It's the Feast of the Senses spell I once
That's
used to
the
make La
Feast of the
Esponja Grande
Senses.
big.
You
I
have
need to
some
find
reverse
someone who
it.
can
Okay,
help me
but
reverse
regardless,
the spell.
we'll get this solved here. You don't know it yet, but you need to catch your little parrots.
Yeah. Oh, I've
You
got a
couldn't
fish
do that
net.
by hand.
Were they
Not
on
there
this
down.
side?
They're not there now though. So do you remember how you
You dig them up?
how you met them? Indeed. That's the sort of curse for him. Like that's the sole treasure Guybrush gets. Where whatever he digs up, there will be pirate parrots.
Okay, I guess this is the only treasure I'm gonna get.
And also the
Cursed
recipe. I
whispery
know what to
parrot.
do with this now to get the information about the diet of the senses. So we'll do that after this one. You can probably walk up. There you are. Yes. Yoinks.
Ha! Now I got you, tiny little parrots. Oh, they're like tiny, annoying golden mosquitoes.
Yeah, I
did
didn't
you?
realize. I didn't remember that we actually had. There they are. That we actually had
Sorry,
a
guys.
bunch of
I need
items
to keep
on
you in a
us
more
still
contained space than my jacket
from
pockets.
dying. So the information about the Feast of the Senses rests with the Voodoo Lady. So can you chat about that with her? Because you have the recipe, but it didn't turn up in the dialogue options. So what happens if you show the recipe to her? Then you will get the information you need, and you have most of the items already, thankfully.
Hey, Voodoo Lady, I need help with this. Nuts.
Oh, really? Is that it?
Change forms.
I don't think they
Well,
can help
the
me with
second
reversing
person
the
I can
feast
think
spell.
of
I
that
should look
knows
for someone
anything
more in
about
tune with
voodoo
the nature of voodoo
is
and
actually
spells.
the person you
bad
commented
poetry.
on watching persons run past him all.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming back to me ever so slightly, looking at my clues here. So back to the gateway, because Caleb took your spirit photo, so I think he's talked about voodoo in some shape or form. But see if he's knowledgeable.
We've got we have a comment.
Gateway, by the way. Yes, let's hear it. Comment, people, love us.
Tom Kent Williams. Have a good sesh, lads. You see, you scratch our back, I scratch yours, and the other half of our. So I guess that's half a back scratch too much. So Ken, you still owe us. My brain and my back hurts.
Thank you, Tom. Sounds like a haiku.
I'm just gonna put him on a timeout.
Hi, Caleb.
I think you need to show him the recipe.
Ah. Got an option here.
Oh no, that actually is a dialogue option. Pardon me. So
Can you
go,
help me
go
reverse
with that
this
one.
spell? You said you were a connoisseur.
It
of
might
the
have
occult,
happened anyway.
right?
This exact thing. You pick the item, show it to him. He would have said, "Can you help me reverse this spell?"
What? No, it's not for me. Obviously, it's for.
Don't worry, Carnivorous Wood.
Oh come on, that doesn't even sound like Threepwood.
Losing weight is easy if you follow a strict diet. Here, try this.
No, I don't need a diet. Never mind. Diet of the senses. Like a sponge, you are bloated in your hips and thighs. Block out the sight with a cover
Yes,
for your
we
eyes.
still have the sight.
The smallest
Okay.
mouth snacks on a tiny
what
whispered
that
word.
is.
A sound so petite it is barely
Tiny
heard.
whispered sound.
A
A sound so
light touch
petite
for
it's
an
barely
appetizer.
heard. Ding.
Stay true and thrive. A delicate feather,
delicate feather.
plucked from a
Ding.
bird half alive. Your
Right.
sixth sense is bloated with fates not yet dealt. You'll find that
It's
a
the
secret will
secret.
help
It
tighten,
will help
your,
tighten
belt.
your belt. So it
Okay.
has something to
Smell
do
the
with
after-dinner treat.
the
Eliminate
secret
odor
box,
and the urge
like
to
the
eat.
smell after the
To
dinner
keep
treat,
off the
eliminate
weight, you need
odor,
food with
ding.
no flavor.
Hmm.
Find a taste so bland there's nothing to savor.
Food with no flavor, find the taste so bland, there's nothing to save. Yeah. Not sure we
Okay.
have any. We might need more gum, as a matter of fact. Now that we know, you remember the gum stuck in the roof was tasteless.
Yeah.
So we might need to pick up gum, but yeah. So now we have that. So see what order we should do this in.
Are we combining items or?
No, I think we're going back to the bar. We're going back to the club. Actually,
Okay, so that
see if you can find the sight item there. So the club is on the sword fight screen. So explore here.
Hey,
Is there
WP.
something
Hold on a tick.
about
I've almost got
losing
my
your
stroke
sight
back.
somewhere around here? So no, don't go to jail. Explore the surroundings rather.
Talk to you
Okay.
later.
blindfold?
How come there's only one of these? I thought all probationary members had to wear blindfolds.
Probationary members? There are no probationary members here.
But your bouncer said,
Oh, that rock rib! Always
Yeah,
good
that was
for
what
a
happened in
laugh.
episode 1. You were led into the club with a blindfold, and then your hand started to smash up the place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the sight taken care of.
diet of the
Right.
senses.
Sound petite. That's barely heard is the birds, parrots. Touch for an appetizer. Delicate feather. So we have that. Sixth sense. Bloated with fates. We've got the belt. Smell. Eliminate odor. That'll be the deodorant. To keep off the weight, you need food with no flavor.
So yeah, that would mean
The gum.
gum with no flavor. So how do we
Now
get it into
go
the
to
cell
jail.
again? And we have a way out of jail too, as it
Yeah.
turns out.
Hey, WP.
Hold
Shawshank
on a
style.
tick. I've almost...
Like you haven't done anything. It's like, hey, surrender. Take
Aye.
me to
I
jail.
surrender.
I've told
Take me to
done
jail.
stuff.
For what?
Or kidnapping. My own body.
Good enough. Let's go.
And that will be the gum stuck in the roof.
A
Entirely
taste
flavorless
so
gum.
bland there is
Correct.
nothing to savor. This ABC gum should fit the bill.
So, but now is you probably need to pass through the
I guess
LeChuck
I'll head back to the
screen.
bar.
Oh no, that wasn't it. I thought that was getting you back to.
Now we have all the ingredients. Records.
Oh, they're coming up here
Thanks.
through the toilet.
Back in my regular digs. Only slightly worse for wear, considering.
So I'm wondering if, now that you know of the recipe, that's the only way we can get what we need from the thieves' den.
Maybe.
Yeah, so let's try that again.
Okay.
Now that he knows, he is collecting items we actually didn't know last time we at the thieves' den what we were collecting. We just happened to stumble upon some. Now he has motivation to actually get the secret, but the belt buckle plays a part in it. So believe you me, we are prepared. This probably involves a trade, or like I steal one thing, you steal one thing.
Welcome back, friend.
So if you either click the secret or talk about the secret.
Nice secret you've got there. Care to share it with me?
Normally I wouldn't trust a thief like yourself, but there is just something about you.
Oh, that's just the enchanted voodoo charm talking.
What?
Oh, nothing.
So yeah, just
That
F
pirate
off
thief
now,
stole my voodoo trust charm. He's good.
and everything's all right. So just walk away.
Okay.
And oh yeah, he has already taken it. That was his comment, wasn't it? That he
Yeah,
already
voodoo
took your
trust charm.
belt buckle from you.
Ah,
So-
right.
So you traded already. So,
Good luck with the pilfering. I gotta go.
Come back soon.
I guess head back to the crossroads, open the box.
Right.
Because we need to do this at the crossroads. We have the items for the crossroads ring. You don't combine it with a sponge. You combine it with well, you do, but it's here at the ring. So, but let's
With
open the
sponge.
box.
Shh. It's a secret.
Or not. But you can start. Okay. It's actually an ingredient, by the way. It's literally an ingredient. You don't need anything. So let's just feed a sponge, shall we?
Okay.
Your sixth sense is bloated with fates not yet dealt. You'll find that a secret will help tighten your belt. One sponge shrinking secret coming up.
Let's just do that for the rest of the items then.
A light touch for an appetizer. Stay true and thrive.
Coming up on the
A
finale.
delicate feather plucked from a bird half alive. The smallest mouth snacks on a tiny whispered word. A sound so petite it is barely heard. Bon voyage.
Who knew
my
these
barely
guys
audible
could be
buddy.
so useful?
Yeah.
Fight the smell of the after-dinner treat. Eliminate odor and the urge to eat. Fights odor and wetness for the active pirate. And sponges.
The one more, right? The gum. Oh, two more. The sight and the gum.
Like a
Blindfold and
sponge,
gum.
you are bloated in your hips and thighs. Block out the sight with a cover for your eyes. This blindfold ought to do the trick. To keep off the weight, you need food with no flavor. Find a taste so bland there's nothing to savor. Here you go, sponge.
Yeah.
Chew on this for a while. Uh-oh. I hope that's not indigestion.
Right.
Plop.
Don't you think what you did can't be undone?
2 in 1.
Elaine will be my
Shrunk the
demon
sponge.
bride, come
Got
hell or
Elaine
high
out of
water.
zombie mode.
Guybrush, how?
The voodoo lady.
Or demon
She
bride
brought me
mode.
back.
The voodoo lady? Think of all the peril that woman has put you in. You've been blindly led around by her for so long, Guybrush.
But without her,
Through 4
Attack,
games.
my fishy friends!
She seems helpful enough, you know.
Hit him with the old backward sea slug!
Ah, enough of this.
Oh no.
This be going on.
So they're not gonna help you anytime soon. Your armada.
Elaine is mine. My demon bride. To make me a kingly breakfast each morning. To see to it that my fortress of evil is kept tidy. In
That's
case
what
we
demon
have
brides are
guests
good
over
for,
to
Stuart.
torture.
Or
To
kingly
patch up
breakfasts.
all my worn out, tattered socks. And
Ah.
That's my Laney Poo.
You're right,
Winnie
sweetie. He doesn't
Pooh.
give you much to work with, does he? Uh-oh.
excuse us a moment, Guybrush. The wifey and I need to have a little private talk.
Whoa!
So yeah, that is the
Futile,
finale of it all. You're
admirably
gonna have to deal
treacherous
with
gesture, my
LeChuck.
Buttercup.
So just
Even without
get back
La
in there.
Esponja's help, I've already sucked up so much power that I can simply step into the crossroads and take as much
'Cause now it's 2 against
voodoo
1,
energy
essentially.
as I desire. You see, you can temporarily destroy my body, Elaine, but you cannot damage my spirit. Oh, my
Ah.
spirit!
Take that, you big, ugly, undead voodoo-stealing bunchback toad!
Oh, Morgan? What are you doing here? And where did you get that sword?
Look, we can kill LeChuck, but we have to find a way to take him on in both the physical and the spiritual plane at the same time!
Do what now?
That's your cue, Stuart, what she just said.
Look out!
To get LeChuck in this spot. You're gonna make him trapped in that particular rib. But it's
I'll be back for
we're
you,
gonna
lass.
require a couple of steps in the correct order in
Okay.
this final confrontation.
LeChuck!
You're gonna get this soon enough. This is no inventory puzzle anymore. This is about
Think of all the times you tried to
interacting with
destroy me.
items in the right order.
To be fair, ow!
All that pain.
And
all that
on a
suffering.
sort of cast
Now
note,
just imagine
note,
what I'm gonna do
note
to
Dominic
you,
Amaro's
furry
performance
boy.
from this point on. He is worn out because LeChuck is beating the ever-living crap out of him. So Dominic is gonna act like like a very tired Guybrush. Like there's no energetic quips anymore. So just sit tight here for a moment, and you're gonna recognize what's gonna happen here. So just sit tight for a few seconds.
LeChuck-
Boom,
Ah,
LeChuck
you've
arrives here.
kidnapped Elaine. You've strung me up in lane
He
traps.
beat you
zapped me
into
with a
this
voodoo doll.
location.
You've tried to force me to be your undead slave, but never tried to kill me so brazenly.
Which is the greatest mistake I ever made.
And I like
My
Dominic's performance in that regard. Like he's in this body that's not 100%.
Yeah.
And if LeChuck is beating the crap out of him, he is gonna be de-energized. So what happens if you try and speak with Elaine at the point?
Elaine!
Guybrush!
Indeed, you're gonna have to
I'm gonna
lure
try
him
to
into
lure
the
LeChuck
crossroads
into the
again. That's the
crossroads again.
goal here.
So,
Of a
if he
puzzle
kills
where
me
you
again,
do
you've got this covered, right?
steps in
No
order.
problem, babe.
So we're gonna get you through this easy enough, Stuart.
always wanted to be a pirate, isn't that right?
Oh, or a fireman.
But
Or an astronaut.
I want you to cycle through
You know,
You're not a
the
real
4
pirate
different
until you've had the pleasure
spots.
and pleasure of being keel-hauled on this ship.
You know,
Many a
you're
crewman
on,
has
in the
seen
second
the
spot. You're gonna
underside of this
be
ship,
dragged
but
into
not
another
where it's
spot now.
sniveling and
Okay.
sorry and guilty.
So you just need LeChuck to demonstrate the different places you're gonna be pulled through, and
Ah, keys.
this is a keys. So
Might help with that locked gate.
Did we enjoy
but if
our
you want,
little
I
swim?
can give you your first
refreshing.
thing to do.
You look
uh,
spent, Swabby.
It's about like 4 or
Perhaps you
5
want to
steps.
rest a spell.
So
Okay.
you don't need to be
Off to your
stuck on
quarters.
this thing, having LeChuck throw you through the different screens 10 times. So
Yeah.
let's just get you through this. I can guide you through nearly all the steps if you like. But you're gonna have to wait until LeChuck beats you up in the air and lands you up in the crow's nest. So just sit tight.
It's so cute.
I think this is the next thing
Watching
he
my
does.
dear Elaine swing that sword like she knows what she's doing.
If
Did
not
it
the
ever
next,
occur to
therefore
you
the
that
next.
I know more about
After
that
that.
cursed cutlass than all of
So
you
you can't
barnacle
walk
brains?
yourself, climb yourself. So here you are gonna have to use the hook on the main sail. You see the sail there?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try this.
Ah.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pie. Oh! Whoa! Oh.
And try and talk to Elaine now.
Lanykins! 3P!
Ask her to attack LeChuck.
A little help here?
I'm on it, sweetie.
Did you do that? Ask her to attack LeChuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so just sit tight and wait until LeChuck. Don't even do anything about
Okay.
that. So, 'cause I
Would
think
you
next
mind
is the keyhole.
inspecting me hull for me?
And try and grab the keys,
Full of holes.
either
We
with
should really
the
take
hook
her into
or
port.
just by
Got a
clicking
nice
the
mug of
keys. By
grog.
clicking the keys as you
Talk about
pass
the
them.
good old
Rapidly
days.
click
I
keys.
think today would
Yes, that's
become
a
my
little
good
bit
old days.
timed, a little bit sensitive.
Stop it, you monstrous maggot mating ground!
Elaine, not even you and
This
your
is-
flimsy sword
This is happening
can
because you
stop
asked
me
Elaine to
now.
attack
Yeah.
LeChuck,
Watch me try.
likely. She's not gonna drag the rope, so you're gonna have a little bit of extra time, I think, to grab the keys.
What?
Yes. Did it himself with his good hand.
I'm not done with you!
So now it's a matter actually of getting back to the crow's nest again, but sitting tight, not using the hook on the sail. So I guess I'm gonna have to wait a few seconds to be punched once and punched upwards again.
Are we going to use it on the rope this time?
No, we're gonna
It's so cute.
we're gonna
watching my
wait in the
dear
crow's
Elaine
nest, and
swing
then
that
Chuck is
sword
gonna
like
throw
she
us
knows-
off. And possibly a thing has been placed in the right place. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do this cycle once more. But just wait here and don't do anything. Wait until it comes and throws you down. Oh yeah, the item I'm talking about I think is in place.
Why
So
are you
I've written
this?
in my
I'm
notes
tired
like
of
use
putting up
door
with you.
on
And I
barrel.
just
So
love the sound you make
there's
when
actually
you
a
hit the
door
deck.
below.
Yeah.
So what happens if you click that door? If you go to the left, not the gate, there's a door on the deck.
I can't move.
Can you move? Okay. So
Oh, I see barrels are locked in there.
okay, sorry. This is supposed to happen. So now you're gonna end up in a place where you're gonna be able to click on a door and get that to connect to a barrel.
Oh.
So when he walks out of here, if you click on the door that's on the deck, what will he do? The door that's there, indeed.
That's not gonna work.
Is there a barrel on the way?
Ah. Need to use it with a barrel that I've not got yet.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's the only downside to this, that it's gonna have to cycle a few times. Just scroll forward to my notes and my walkthrough here. Oh yes, there's a locked gate that you clocked earlier. That's where the barrels are. So, not sure in which order this happens, but
I think that's will end up there now.
yes, before you get keyholed. Indeed. So the gate is likely your hook, but the key. So weak.
and a mess. I'm gonna swab my deck with your scraggly
But
excuse
you
for a
can't
beer.
get to the barrel until you
Until
get
the
keel
next.
hauled once more.
Okay.
Then you're probably gonna have the strength to like drag it towards the barrel, the door, once you're up here. So Guybrush is going through a lot.
Yeah.
Look, he's so worn out. So go to the door, see if you what happens when he lifts it up, and can you click the barrel now?
Yes.
Cool. Now it's a matter of getting up to the crow's nest again, so we're just gonna have to wait for a few seconds. There is actually another way to get
It's
down,
so cute.
another
Watching
area we
my
haven't
dear
even been
Jane swing that sword like she knows what
been
she's
at.
doing. Did it ever occur to you that I know more about that cursed cutlass than all of ye barnacle brains?
So now you're actually able to go down to the cannon area, which is by going on the rope, indeed.
It's down to the
You're gonna have
wheelhouse.
to use your hook on the rope. Go down to the cannon area.
Try to fly away, little peepwood.
There's a cannon below. You can see that pointing up. So click that.
It's a giant demonic cannon of doom. That would be just big enough for me to.
We will be
hide in.
thrown down, possibly. Yeah, that might be it.
You know what's so great about this?
Ah! We're both getting our cardio in for the day?
The simplicity. It's just you, me, my ship.
Elaine!
And no
Couple of steps in, we don't need to redo this from the beginning, so
I hate that woman.
don't you worry about that.
I think it's time for you to swab the deck.
Yeah, I wrote crow's nest cannon, but I meant wheelhouse. The level where to
Stand
ask
on the-
Elaine to light the cannon.
Look how pathetic you are. Sending him your wife to rough me up. She tricked me and got the
You
cutlass
probably
of
didn't have
Kafloo,
time to do
but
that
I know
on
better
the
than...
screen. So you're gonna have to get yourself down in one shape or form, because there's only two steps left. So ask Elaine to light the cannon, and you just said the rest yourself, because you prepped the door, right?
If I can get back into the crossroads, at least LeChuck won't have
The
as
rip
much
is there, so you
sea-hardened
can
ship
imagine what's
to
gonna happen,
smash me
what's
into.
gonna fly through there. So we're just gonna have to wait for LeChuck. Get a chance to speak to Elaine, which is either
Wait for you to give up
on the
and
next
just
screen
go
or
away.
the screen prior to getting keel hauled. Or the screen where after you've been thrown. Oh, you can talk to Elaine from here. That's fine.
Elaine!
Light the cannon.
I'll light the cannon!
Yes, dear!
Step
Very
onto the door.
resourceful.
Step onto the door. Quick. Door.
Ah! A seesaw. Let's see. Ha!
Seesaw. Let's see. Boom. And here we are. Nearly done. That's a joke from the first Monkey Island where this thing happened to you. You crawled into a cannon
At the circus tent.
at the circus tent, indeed.
LeChuck's giving me a bit of the business.
And how to trap LeChuck here, Stuart.
Need to trap him, Guybrush!
Now comes your final
You
act.
two can get cozy together. When I'm done giving Threepwood his painful and permanent farewell into the afterlife. Ow!
I can't.
This is not time sensitive. But
My hook's got better uses than that.
And he's still just worn out, even when commenting on things like that.
Oh, Helene told me.
Never lose your wedding ring, Stuart.
Guybrush, what are you doing?
It's the only way.
What?
Morgan Le Fay redemption arc.
Mm-hmm.
Is it over? Hello? Did we win? I guess we did.
What do now?
Yeah.
The center of the crossroads. Guess I'm stuck here for good now.
Dead end. Or is it?
Just gotta start rolling credits.
The downer version of the Monkey Island saga.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere, Stuart. This is it. Crossroads. There's no ferryman boat. There's a tree you can click. That won't do you any good.
Oh.
So. In episode 2, there was a clue about an item you could never lose. You should always hang on to.
Courage, anchor, direction, sacrifice. Place these things in a ring at the center of the crossroads. Ah, clever. Wow, what a rush! Hey, my hand is back. Oh.
Strange seeing him full of colour.
Guybrush! Oh, it's about time.
It is? Wait, you were expecting me? But I was dead. Is that why you gave me...
You should know enough to trust me by
Predicted
now, Guybrush Threepwood.
somehow he needed
asked LeChuck
that
to make you a
item
demon
or something.
bride. How did you know I would be able to bring you back from that?
After all these years and all of our adventures, two things are certain. That I always
That
have
was a risky plan, Stuart.
That
Yeah.
Guybrush Threepwood will always come for me when I need
And
him
what
most.
would your comment be to Elaine about that?
That was your master plan? You have more faith in me than I thought.
Well,
But
the
you-
important thing now is that LeChuck is gone. For good this time.
And you are finally free from whatever fate was planned for you and LeChuck.
And that's what this whole Esponja Grande thing has been about, huh?
Actually, it's pronounced Esponja with an H sound at the end.
Really? But we've all been saying Esponja.
Yes, I know. It's been bothering me this whole time. I'm just telling you because I don't want you to look silly.
Sponja Grande. And credits. But there's a thing at the end.
Of course there is.
So that's it, Stuart. We have time to ask for quick opinions. What did you think of Tales of Monkey Island?
It's a lot, as in, like, that's a lot of game. Like, that's the longest of the ones we've played so far.
In toto, it should be, yes.
Yeah. So, in one hand, that's great because you get so much more. You get to spend a lot more time with Guybrush and Elaine. You get to see a different side of LeChuck. There's more Murray. But yeah, some of the puzzles are. Yeah, without you here, this would have been maybe a 20-part stream.
Sure.
Like a lot
No,
of standing around waiting for the hint system to kick in.
It is, but it's also simplified to a degree.
Mm.
You don't need to cycle through endless items and use everything on everything constantly. So I think you're right, but it's also simplified to a degree. But it's a lot. The Telltale engine allows for storytelling touches, not just because it's episodic, so because of the way it's directed, but therefore it gets a little bit more expressive, don't you think? Like the drama of it all.
Yeah, definitely. I went more places than expected. Like the whole twist of Guybrush being killed off. It keeps it fresh. Obviously, as you said, these were kind of monthly installments.
Yeah, circa 4.5 weeks in intervals sometimes. Maybe they were putting final touches on the games in between, so they couldn't adhere to like exact 4-week release schedule.
Yeah, so having those cliffhanger endings at the end of each episode, like, really had to work in a sense that they needed you to like come back and also pay for the next episode. So each hook had to be good.
And I think indeed you didn't need to buy the whole season if you didn't want to. I think
Yeah,
that's
you
how
had the
it worked.
option. Exactly, you could have bought episodes, or you could have bought like a pack, or maybe
like a season pass. They
yes,
called it.
exactly.
Yeah, I bought it and it was physical at the end of the physical with all the games on CD-ROM and a DVD portion with audio commentary from the programmers and the design folks and things like that. So and they stored the trailers and things like that on the disc as well, and some unique cover art too. So that still works in my modern PC, by the way. That CD-ROM version. So it's
Nice.
That was neat. I remember it was like spinning so fast and so loud. Oh no, I'm gonna break the CD drive in. But no, it installed all the parts. So yeah, I wanted to try that, even though I have it digitally. It's always cheap to get this bundle of episodes. But yeah, I for the same reason, I enjoy the episodes, mostly offering up something different each time, and the cliffhanger ending I think worked in their favor. So yeah, and we're coming up on the post-credit scene.
I think I was going to start clicking on stuff. Mary being rescued from the depths of the sea.
So,
I
my
will be
child,
in episode
have you
6.
done what I
Ah.
asked?
I have. Now for your end of the deal.
Yes, your actions have influenced your fate.
Essence
I
of
will allow your
LeChuck.
ghostly form to return to the physical realm to carry on as a fearsome pirate hunter.
Ghost pirate hunter Morgan Le Flay. I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Perhaps. You have chosen your own fate. Now go. There is much work to be done before the tides of destiny shift again.
Voodoo Lady remains neutral.
Maybe so. I don't know what happens in the next game with the Voodoo Lady.
Yeah.
Haven't played it. So. But that is eventually, if this is possibly just that's Sam. They're promoting the next season at the time of Sam and Max.
Oh, okay.
So that's the bunny Sam in skeleton
Yeah.
form. Sam and Max freelance police. One is a talking dog. The other is a homicidal, violent bunny rabbit.
So, was
That's it.
Sam and Max like a cartoon that turned into a game, or?
Yes, comic strip that turned into a game. Steve Purcell created it. I believe he has been involved with LucasArts anyway, but I believe he created Sam and Max. So you can buy that in physical form. Then it was Sam and Max Hit the Road on PC. That was the adventure game, notoriously hard because it's so wacky, that world. So and then they did 3 seasons when Sam and Max came to Telltale. So I think that was the breakout game in terms of what episodic storytelling can do for the market, if it can even work. And they proved it. I like those seasons very much. Just hard to describe the style of that game because it's it's not anchored in any reality. One, it's a talking dog and a homicidal bunny rabbit. And in one episode, you go back and forth on the moon using your car, because it's no big deal. You just go to the moon. There's a moon base you have to, and then you go back to the office on Earth. So it's a world with no limits. But certainly a step up from Escape from Monkey Island. Like, this story was a little bit more involved, I think.
Yeah.
Escape had its crutches, gameplay wise, but I never connected to its story very much.
I was whistling the music to Escape from Monkey Island when I was driving today. Like the menu music.
Specific cue. Okay, the menu music. Okay.
Yeah, because I was always the same. Like
it's a little bit more swashbuckling.
Exactly. And it's like whilst the game hasn't aged well, but goddamn the nostalgia.
Effing combat.
And that's very well. That's user specific as well. All it comes down to those who played it and spent a lot of time confused and stuck in the menus and looking up guides.
Well,
listening to
you
that
wrapped
music.
your head around it. I would have destroyed machines trying to understand monkey combat. Yeah, when you were saying like you were whistling the theme from, I assumed it would be this.
Yeah, so I imagine there will be a little break between now and Return to Monkey Island.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play it, but
I feel it's only right to let you play it first.
Yeah, but I've also had the urge to sort of, if you want to do a game soonish, then we can pick something else that is fun that I proposed before. But I might need a playthrough of that too. So there's no hurry to jump into what is, by all accounts, possibly the final part of Monkey Island. I've heard rumblings that it's finalized in some shape or form.
Okay. I mean, it might also be a good time for us to try that Thank Goodness You're Here game we spoke about. Because the very English looking game.
Is that the one you and Tom talked about where you were squeezing sausages through a fence?
Yes. That's a stream.
Whatever that was.
Yeah, so that's definitely a stream I want to have you and Tom involved in.
Sure. I'm game, even if I have no comments on what is happening.
Yeah. So, and I think it's a relatively short game.
Okay.
I've seen something about it. It's possibly got an on average 3 hour. I was going to say runtime, but playthrough. So it could possibly be like something that could be done in 2 streams. Let's see.
Well, I'm game. I'm on holiday, but I'm not going anywhere. So
main story could be completed in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I've had the urge to actually revisit, but it might not be stream material because I just got an itch to revisit Dear Esther from the Chinese Room, the walking simulator, if you will.
Yeah.
Interactive storybook. Because I was thinking of a game that I think I added on PSN just that is sort of that walking simulator and narration is happening called Stanley Parable. If you've heard of it.
I've heard a lot about that.
Which is seems quite eclectic. Dear Esther is mysterious, and therefore I'm also want to finally try out. But again, this might be just off stream. So I'm just speaking of my possible gaming experiences coming up. The other game that the guys and gals who did Dear Esther produced, they're called The Chinese Room, and I think they did a game something like Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
I've heard of that as well.
Which is still that sort of, it's hard to describe Dear Esther, but essentially you unnamed person walking around on a Scottish island. Just, you're not picking stuff up. There's no action, but there is a narrator. speaking of characters in some shape or form. And across the game, you see hints of what has possibly happened in another life, your previous life coming to this island. But it's very up to you to interpret type of things. It's all about the atmosphere, all about walking. It's just about walking. There's no monsters.
Okay.
You have a flashlight to it that you can turn on and off. But I loved it. I think it counts as a game. I don't know if you have formed like an opinion on these. It's almost derogatory, but you know what I mean when I say walking simulators. I don't know if that appeals to you, kind of interactive storytelling just by just walking, kind of.
Yeah.
Interactive storybook, kind of.
No, I've definitely had good games that have done that. I think we've spoke about it before, like What Remains of Edith Finch was a very much like a walking storybook, but really moving.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It counts. You know, it's a longer discussion, but it counts. I think if it's a game that loads up as a game that you buy from a gaming service that makes you feel and see and engage in things.
Yeah.
Even if there's no challenge at all other than walking. I don't care who you are. I think it counts. It's artistic expression. It's not avant-garde stuff that is intruding on the gaming sphere and doing so illegally. You can't be here. You don't know. You do not count. You belong in an art gallery. So I'm keen to kind of tick off some of those. Those are not 20. Hello, cat. Falling asleep halfway going out of your
you know,
of your house.
This is how I think the stream started yesterday.
Well, maybe it's too hot in the
exactly
in the little tent. But yep. So happy to keep on streaming with you. Happy to try some. And happy to do it as a trio.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Guybrush put to bed. Guybrush was executed, now alive. Elaine knows her shit, and Guybrush does as well, as it turns out, despite doing a boo-boo again, as he always does, with the pox and what have you.
But yeah, it's strange to think that we're pretty much caught up.
Yeah, I'm happy to save the experience of a Return to Monkey Island for a little bit. I mean, this didn't end. Well, it had a post-credit scene, but this didn't end on that kind of cliffhanger. And to be honest to it, and here's your only spoiler because for Return to Monkey Island, because they did change designers again. Rod Gilbert came back. He was only a consultant on this, but the OG creator came back.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say, he didn't choose to continue the Morgan Le Fay story.
Okay.
So that was it for her.
Yeah.
But that's up to him. You know what I mean? That's I'm sure he considers this canon well enough. He was a consultant on it story-wise, but he made the choice to eject her from his chosen storyline path and all.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's fine. So the voodoo lady, I'm sure, is in it. We know Murray is in it because he's on the cover.
He's on the artwork. Yeah, he's been launched out of a cannon on top of the Steam page.
I need no cannon. I can launch myself.
So, but yeah.
So yeah, even though we like Morgan Le Fay very much, Rod Gilbert made his choice in that regard, and that's fine.
So, right, we're coming up for 2 hours and 5 minutes. I think that is a stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let's do it.
It's been a journey. It came up on the old Facebook memories. I think last year this time was the live stream completion of LeChuck's Revenge.
Sure.
So
which version of it? Because you played it twice.
Yeah.
OG graphics and then remastered graphics.
Yeah. Not sure. It might have been the OG graphics. But it's just thinking that
the one where you looked away during the twist at the end. You know, where LeChuck turns to the camera, so
Most
to say,
likely.
during the end where they're kids.
Oh yeah.
And you like, your kids probably like, we want
yeah.
nuggets.
Exactly.
And you missed it, so we had to replay it because of that.
Exactly. But no, I could easily do that tonight as well. Like, the only difference between last year and this year, their voices are a little bit higher pitched now. A bit squeaky.
They haven't gone from like, hey dad, to hey dad,
Oh, no,
nuggets.
let's give it the summer. We're on the verge of the summer holidays. So yeah, give it a few weeks and no doubt they'll be, hi dad, can I get some toast?
Well, you're balancing matters well, gaming and family life. So
Yes.
we're not suggesting Stu has just left his kids in a room filled with chicken nuggets to do what they wish. Like he's
They should be so lucky.
he's responsible.
Okay. Right, Ken, as always, thank you for your time and your guidance with this series. And thank you to anyone that's watched this far. Cheerio. Till next time.
Happy to do it. Bye.